Hey everybody! This is my F40PH I bought from the GAT show in Sacramento over the weekend. It's one of the old-fashioned Bachman Spectrums. It's got the two metal halves, can motor, it has these neat little strobe lights on the top too. But this thing is basically just a DC kit. I'm going to try and change that. What I'm going to do is remove these tabs and then solder the proper wires on them so this way they're not contacting the metal frame. And with the trucks, I'm going to have to remove these metal contacts that contact the bottom of the frame and run wires to the decoder. There's a little screw there anyway, so I can take all this stuff off. Be really simple. And I think if I'm really careful, I can make this into a DCC power instead of dummying it out like I was going to. I was just going to dummy it out. I think I can actually get this silly thing to go DCC. So I'm going to try it. Follow along as I go. I'll stop here and there and show you what I've done and whether it's successful or whether I'm wasting my time. So, stay tuned. Okay, so far what I've done is put the gray wire and orange wire on the motor. I did have to cut this clip that was here that actually makes contact with that metal there, so I don't want that to happen, so I had to cut it off. And I'm also gonna put some liquid tape in there to keep it from making any kind of contact whatsoever. So that's the first step so far. And let me also explain that I am using the DH126D as my decoder for this project. I'm not guaranteeing that this is going to work, but I'm going to give it a one hell of a try. So stay tuned. It's not very easy to see, but there's a clips here that contact the wheels, and then this piece here that contacts the side of the frame. So I've got to get rid of these two pieces and then put wire on that screw. I just unscrew it and put a wire on there and screw it back in. Should be pretty easy. Okay, stay tuned. I started this video with my Canon digital camera, but the battery went dead, so I'm going to have to finish it with this. I can get a little closer with this anyway, show you more of what I'm doing, but this is the engineer's side of the truck, which is where the black is hooked up to, and the purple one I'm going to run it over to the rear truck so we can get continuity between the two. And then I'm going to do the other truck. It'll be using the green wires because the green and purple wires are not used on this particular decoder. So I just snipped them off and I'm going to use them. So you can kind of see what I did there. There's no contact in any way. So we'll see what happens here. Stay tuned. It works. I got to button it up, put the shell back on it, and run it around the layout for you. So stay tuned. Okay, this definitely runs. Problem I have is the decoder is too big. So I have a small N-scale decoder I'm going to hook up right now. I'm just waiting for my soldering iron to solder up, and then I'll start cutting and snipping and replace that one with the new one. Put it together and run it on the layout. So it just goes to show you you can do this and make that old Bachman Spectrum into a DCC locomotive. So stay tuned and we'll see this baby going around the tracks. Well, as you saw, that locomotive is running out around the layout a little bit. It's got a bit of a growl to it, but it needs to be lubed. The gears are really dry, and I got to get the lights to work. So, but it just goes to show you you can get an old Bachman Spectrum and DCC it. Even though I had to use an N-scale chip for it, it still works. So there you go. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Randy J signing off.